Hi, everyone. So I'm going to talk about Peakon. So what's Peakon? Well, it's a people analytics platform, but to us, it's essentially a dream come true. When we started this business, we'd all worked in successful startups before, some of which had been acquired by Citrix, Yelp, and eBay. But we knew that when we wanted to create a business that was about creating better workplaces around the world, we should start with our own. And we should set out to build the company that we want to work for. Now, 4 years down the line, and I think we can safely say that we've achieved that. We've attracted funding from companies like Atomico, Balderton, and EQT Ventures, all of which actually use our own software in their companies to create a great workplace for the people that work there. We've got 170 employees in 5 offices around the world, and we work with companies like Capgemini and EasyJet. Everyone at Capgemini provides employee feedback to the company every month through Peakon. Everyone working at EasyJet, from the pilots to the ground staff, provide their feedback on how they feel about working at EasyJet through Peakon. Now, we've built this tool to be a tool that's not only for HR, but also for managers. So when we measure our customer NPS, we ask every single leader in the business that has access to Peakon how they feel about the platform, where they would recommend it. So what does it look like? Well, this is Peakon. This is the experience that everybody has using the tool, right? It's an interactive manager dashboard that's personal to every single leader. It's powered by the continuous feedback of their employees that can come in from weekly surveys through to quarterly. It provides real-time trends, but most importantly, it provides clear areas for improvement, so everyone can see what they need to do to create a more engaged and productive workforce. So if we think about where Peakon sits on this journey of how we've tried to solve this challenge of employee engagement over the years, you don't really see many businesses these days running no survey, but of course the annual survey is still around in more than 50% of businesses, according to Deloitte. Now, one approach that's been taken is this approach of sort of augmenting a large annual survey with an ad hoc approach. I don't feel, and we don't feel at Peakon, that this creates the healthy culture around people data that's needed to drive true change. I feel like you can prove any problem or create any problem by asking a survey about it. But what you really want to do is have a healthy culture around data where people truly understand the drivers of engagement and how they should use them. And this is what we're trying to create with Peakon, making it real-time and, most importantly, making it predictive in a way that actually empowers managers. So a few of the numbers behind what we're dealing with at Peakon. We survey more than 100,000 unique employees every single month. That grows 10% month on month. Now, we have 41 million data points on how people experience work all around the world. And most importantly, this doubles every 6 months. Now, this is truly a global company as well, and in how it's used. More than 125 countries have been surveyed. And the really important thing and the unique thing that powers everything that Peakon does is a fixed methodology that means every single organization using Peakon uses the same questions. And that's a very different approach to how anyone's done employee surveys before. But what this can truly tell you is what's unique about an industry, what's unique about a company. We can provide every leader in every business a benchmark that's based on the industry they're in, the type of work people are doing, the age of their employees, the tenure of their employees, and their position in the globe. And we can truly say, for design teams in California with lots of 25-year-olds, this is the level of engagement you should expect, and these are the things that you should be thinking about doing if you're not seeing these results. So when we think about Peakon, we like to think of ourselves as a data company and not a survey company. We need our data to be descriptive, as I've just explained, predictive, and also prescriptive. So I'll show you some of the things now, just quickly, that we can predict, and then how we can help people do something about them. So firstly, a truly interesting insight that's quite unique that's come from our data is the decision to leave a business is not made at a single point. It's not, oh, I had a terrible performance review, I didn't get that promotion, or some particular incident. In most cases, it is a trend that happens over the space of 9 months. Engagement drops, and eventually somebody leaves. Now, this is important because obviously 9 months gives you a lot of time to do something about it and decide whether you really want to keep your best talent. So why do people leave? What are the other factors actually driving this? So firstly, people leave unchallenging work. They don't leave a challenging workload. If you look at the difference in trends here between people answering the question, most days I feel a sense of accomplishment from what I do, versus I find my workload manageable, there's a huge difference in this. And this truly means that managers actually have a lot of scope here over the course of this 9 months to find out what project someone wants to be on, to talk to them about that next role that might be more interesting to them. And there's the old debate, do people leave companies or do people leave bad managers? Now, our data suggests, in particular, that the manager over the co-workers that people have in a team has a much bigger effect, and people do truly leave unsupportive managers. But again, knowing this and knowing the amount of time that you have to do something about it is actually something where we can empower managers to make a difference. Now, one of these skills that we would definitely recommend to managers in all kind of aspects of life is to learn how to become better coaches, learn how to talk openly about subjects that might be difficult, even if you can't provide exactly what people are wanting at the time. If we look here at the difference between whether someone's likely to leave because they think their pay is fair versus the difference between whether they just can have a conversation about pay, there's a marked contrast here. And this is really the kind of skill that we want to be promoting and that we can actually help people do with Peakon. So how do we do this? Well, firstly, we have our own machine learning proprietary technology around text analytics. So we can analyze hundreds of thousands of comments and provide concise topics that can guide action in seconds. Now, today, I'm actually very proud to launch publicly for the first time 2 new features. The first of which is a way that we can actually quantify a lot of this qualitative feedback. So what we can do is analyze the text, view all of the comments, and say how frequently is this comment occurring and what's the general sentiment around it. So in this way, we can deliver a new level of insight. You can imagine a term like project ownership is, there's a sort of general distribution of how often people say that in a business. All of a sudden, it becomes more frequent and the sentiment drops. You know that perhaps there's some problems with alignment within teams, and you can actually go and do something about that. Now, the other really important part of Peakon, and why Peakon is unique in the way that it's closed the feedback loop, is that we not only analyze and diagnose what problems are, but we can actually provide solutions. So Peakon has built its own microlearning platform directly into the software. We can say that if you're a manager who's struggling to discuss rewards with your employees, let's give you a micro course that you can take in 2 minutes on the bus to work or on the tube and give you some of those skills that you may need to learn right then in the moment. But also today, I'm pleased to launch the ability to bring your own integrated training content directly into Peakon. So when Peakon identifies strategic issues that the business should focus on, organizations can actually directly add their own content, including videos, right into the platform. So every leader in the business can see and learn from senior leaders about what they should do. Now, many of our customers, including EasyJet, already employ this approach today. So Johan, the CEO of EasyJet, will every month send out a video about what he's personally changing about his leadership style because of the feedback in Peakon and the changes that they're making throughout the business. And now everyone can do that in one place that already has the leader's attention. So that's everything for today. I didn't get to show you exactly how the software works, but please feel free to book a demo at peakon.com or write to me, Michael at peakon.com, and I'd love to show you some more about it. Thank you.